Hi, welcome to today's episode of Let's Talk. This particular episode is dear to my heart because I'm in my alma mater, Kumasi Wesley Girls Senior High School, and I am most privileged to be seated right with the assistant headmistress in the person of Madam Philomina Ansu-Gyeabour. And she has over 20 years teaching experience. She is also a wife and a mother to 3 amazing kids. And I deem it a great privilege to first have women who serve as mentors to other females who can also do very well in the area of academics and STEM and other fields, professional fields. On this note, please help me welcome Madam Philomina. Welcome, Madam.
Thank you, my dear.
Wow. Today's episode is going to be interesting, I must say. So, when I was at Kumasi Wesley Girls, I was told it was first a male school before it converted to a female school. What brought about the change?
Thank you. What brought about the change is the Methodist Church Ghana. The school is owned by the Methodist Church Ghana. We realized that we have a big school in Cape Coast called Wesley Girls High School, promoting the education of girls in the central region. But when it comes to Ashanti region, Methodist in particular has no girls secondary school here. So they decided to change the mixed school into the single sex, which is the girls school, so that we can also have girls school in Ashanti region representing the Methodist Church to promote the education of girls in the country. So that's the idea behind changing from the mix to the girl child.
Wow, nice history. So would you say there is a particular advantage with one sex or a single sex school versus going to schools that has both of the sexes?
This one is in 2 sides. I will tackle both sides. Now, when you pick the mixed school, normally when girls are trained in the mixed school, sometimes out of fear, because the guys are around, they are not able to come out with what is within them. But when they are within their peers, single sex, they are bold, they are able to come out, express themselves, to come out with whatever it is within them for us to help them, model them. But normally when you find them over there, sometimes out of shyness and the guys over there, they normally suppress, especially when it comes to mathematics and other things. You know, girls are mathophobians. So sometimes some questions that they need to ask to get better understanding. Because of the presence of the guys in, there is shyness. They don't want the guys to know that they are not good at this. But over here, it is their peers. So they are at liberty, free to ask any question that is bothering them concerning teaching. So I would say when it comes to single sex, then the girls have upper hand when it comes to the girls, because over here, they see themselves equal. They are not competing with the guys over there. But over there, because they think when you make a wrong move, you are going to be tagged by the guys. They may not even come out, because I have taught in mixed school for 15 years, and these experiences normally comes up. They will come. I didn't ask the question because I was shy of the guys in the classroom to give me a nickname. But over here, because it's among them, they are free to ask questions and get the understanding that they want. I would say it's much better than mixing them with the guys.
Interesting. Would you like to share with us some of the achievements that the school has had over the period you have been here, or if more than that?
In 2019, we were rated the best 7th school in WASI school in the Ashanti region. Normally, when the WASI results are in, WAEC did their compilation, then they will rank the schools in the Ashanti, the whole Ashanti region. And in 2019, we came 7th. We are here, is it 2021? We were the 7th in the Ashanti region. So we are looking forward for the 2022 ranking. And we did better in 2022 than the 2021. So we are hoping to get up to maybe the 5th or the 3rd position when the 2022 ranking is up. And when it comes to National Science and Maths quiz, Kiwegehe entered into the competition for the first time with Form 2 students. The students that we took for the competition last year was in Form 2. And we were able to reach the 1/8 stage. So it is also a big achievement for the school. And we are hoping this year when we enter into the competition, we are zooming to the top because the girls are really good. So that one is also a big achievement. Then when you look at our WASI results for the past 3 years, 2019 we had 97.7%. Then in 2020 up to, let me pick the last 3 years. So from 2020 we had 98. Then 2022 we have 99.9%. So those that just wrote their WASI, we are looking forward for the 100%. And looking at the results that I've heard so far, I think we are almost there.
Wow. I will just say and add to it that the National Science and Maths quiz started when I was here. It started with our batch.
Okay.
So they picked 10 students from the science class
classes.
and I was part of the 10 students.
Good.
We weren't able to pass the regional stage, but maybe we helped set the pace.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah. And ever since, I think trying to qualify from the regional stage was a bit challenging.
Difficult.
But with the help of the teachers, last year the girls, although we picked them from the Form 2s, because actually now the Form 3s we were not sure of them. So we decided to leave the Form 3s and try the Form 2s. It's because they were normally concentrating on the NOVDEC and the writing of the WASI. So getting time to go for extra tuition and normally you know that the science and maths quiz, the way they are taught there is different from the normal classroom teaching.
Yes.
So if the child is not devoted, willing to do, you can't try them. So we realized that the Form 2s have that eagerness in them to do something for the school. So we decided, and even because of them, now in the school we have science and maths quiz class.
Wow.
We have created a class for science and maths quiz. So when you go to the current Form 3 now, the science and maths quiz, we have 25 students over there.
Okay.
Normally we let them write exams 2 or 3 times, then we pick the best student from all the science classes. Then we use them as a science and maths quiz class. So when we want to go for a competition, we try them, and those that are good, we pick them from the 25 to represent the school. So currently, because of the science and maths quiz, we want to make a name with the science and maths quiz too, so that people will know that Kumasi Wesley Girls High School, we are also there.
Yes. And I'll pick up from this point we shared. It seems to be a big deal if females perform better academically. And I know that we are in a continent that the stereotype that females are supposed to be in the kitchen and not necessarily be out there impacting their world. Do you see that play a negative role among the students here?
Currently, I would say no, because of the woman empowerment that started some years back. Now, parents have also been informed that once you are able to educate one woman, it means you are educating the whole nation. And when you pick females, the role that we play, not only in the academic field, but even in the home. If a girl child is educated, she is able to manage the home effectively. So when it comes to management, girls are good at that one. So when you add that education to it, then when you give them the nation to manage, they will be able to manage it perfectly. So for now, that ideology that the place of the woman is in the kitchen is no more in the system. People are not thinking otherwise. They have realized that what the males used to do, what we normally used to call the male-centered job, now ladies have been able to go there and they are doing it better. At first, if you want to pursue science, in those days, the sixth formers, you see only males doing science over there. Females, when you are lucky to go find yourself into school, you'll be pushed to go and do the home economics, because the mentality is that you are coming to the kitchen. So do the home econs and come and cook at the kitchen for people to eat. But nowadays, when you go to the field of science, a lot of females are there. Talk about the professors, and everywhere you see engineering field, everywhere that you go, women are there. So this stereotype that the place for the ladies at the kitchen is no more in the 21st century that we used to find ourselves in now.
I'm glad to hear that. And I think to our women out there, this serves as a motivation for each and everyone to keep on pursuing their dreams. Let's talk about our girls. What are some of the causes of student dropouts and poor academic performance?
I think the main cause is this internet technology world that we are in now. Normally, we are supposed to be in the global world, but the misuse of it, what they are supposed to use technology to do, they are not using it. And most of the times, out of the internet, they get some information that they think they have to try their hands on. They get some ideas, they think I can also practice it. So some of them normally go into such situation without even knowing what is in it. So sometimes we see them getting pregnant, but thanks to the government, even with the free SHS policy that we are in now, when you are pregnant, you still be in school. So I think if they are able to understand how the internet works, or what is the internet, how they are supposed to use it, if they get the basis that through the internet, they can also learn a lot from there, and not copying what others, because everybody now, I learned there is something we call TikTok, or I don't even know it. Every student wants to be there. And over there, what they are copying is not helping them. But because it is on, everybody has to be there for them to know that they are also in this world. So if they're able to get how to access the internet wisely, I think these barriers that are in, they will be able to, because every information that you need, you can get it from the internet. So if they are able to read and get the meaning and not follow what is being done by others, then I think they may not even have barriers. But with the free SH policy, there is no barrier to stop you from going to school. Get yourself pregnant, the system says still come to school.
I see.
Because the government said he is paying for your fees. So whether you are pregnant or not, come to school till you deliver. Then over here, you can get students that have delivered. Others come back, write their WASI, compete, and they have even gotten better results than those that were in school without pregnant. Wow. So it's a determination. If the girl child knows that this is what I want to be, the pregnancy may come in, maybe poor home and other things may force them. Because nowadays, everything is, as I said, technology, new things are coming in every day. And as girls as they are, they always want to look presentable, accepted by the society. They want people to see there that we are also there. But when you go back to their family background, the family are not financially sound to support them. So what will land them is just to get into a relationship. So out of that, some of them will find themselves getting pregnant. But the policy protects them. That even though you are pregnant, still come to school, write your WASI. Then when you are done after delivery, you can continue your education to wherever. So for now, I would say we don't have the barrier in those days that when you get pregnant, you can no more school. That barrier is no more there. They can still access their education even when they get themselves pregnant.
Wow, I think that's a good policy. Definitely not something to promote teenage pregnancy, but then to still give teenage mothers the opportunity to continue with their education. Would you say there are specific challenges or needs to single sex, particularly female schools, that people outside, or that needs to be addressed, or people could donate donate into?
Now, when you look at the education structure, when we are talking about senior high school, we don't single out the girls' child or the boys' school. Whether mixed or single, we are all under the secondary school. So what the infrastructure or what school, a mixed school should have, the single-sex school should also have those things. But as we said, sometimes we may need support from outsiders to come in. Normally, we want people that say, I want to support the education of girls. So if you are in the society, maybe in your time, you were not able to get the education, but by God's grace, you have been able to break through. Support the younger ones that are coming. Come out with a foundation, come and donate exercise to motivate those in school. That even when we are learning, people are outside admiring us and encouraging us or supporting us to move on with our studies. So sometimes we normally in our school here, we normally encourage people to come in, especially ladies, to come in and have a talk, especially those in career guidance, to come and guide them. Let them know that once you are able to go through your education, you can find yourself in different avenues. Because some of them, out of what the parents said, that is why they are here. Somebody will come. My father said I have to be a doctor. So he is following what the father has said. I have to be a doctor, so I have to do science. Meanwhile, maybe that child, the interest is not in science. The child may be good at maybe business. But because the father said, once you are going to secondary school, come and be a doctor, the child will have to pursue what the parent is. But if at that basic level, people, some education goes on for them to know that even choosing the courses depends on your interest and not what you are supposed to force to do. It tells them. So sometimes we want people to come in, have a chat with them, let them know that even though they are girls, they can still climb to the top. So when they get that motivation that the whole society is behind me, so I would say that sometimes they need motivation from the society and the people around them to encourage them that you can still achieve, you can still reach where you want to reach. And when you give them that support and encouragement, they are able to do what they want to do. There are some of them that have to change their course for them. And when we change it, we realize that indeed they were good students. But where they are, even the interest to pursue that course is not there. But because the parent has said, you have to become this, the girl is still there. But when we had a talk and we managed to take her to where her interest is, she's doing excellent over there. So I will plead that in society as we are in, the stakeholders, and when you say stakeholders, the community members, they are all part of it. We should have time, visit the school, get to know the needs of the school, help mold the school. Because when you are building the school, it is not the teachers and the management that are in the school and that is building. We have stakeholders, everybody have to bring in on board. Bring your idea for the girls. I think when you do this for them, and sometimes a little talk helps them to know that at least whatever we are doing, people are watching and they are pushing us to get to the top. Even though the road may not be smooth as they may see, we should let them understand that in every journey, there are mountains to climb.
Wow, thank you so much. There's a point you brought up that I would want us to lay a little bit of emphasis on, which is the issue of parents imposing programs on their children. As a mother, I believe when you speak, the mothers out there could probably understand you better. And also being in the school system and seeing some of the challenges these students who go through that pressure from their parents end up facing. Would you like to look into the camera and address parents on that issue from the experience you've had?
Okay. All that we say is that as parents as we are, please kindly sit the child down. Find out from the child where his interest or her interest lies. Then support the child to pursue that interest. Rather than imposing on the child that I want you to be this, you have to become this, whether you like it or not. Sometimes what you want the child to become it's not the interest of what the child wants to be. And if you are pursuing something that you have no interest in, it doesn't help. The child will be in school and always she's in trouble. She's not even able to cooperate because the course that she's reading, she has no interest in it. So parents out there, my little advice is that let's sit our girls and boys down. Let's educate them, find out from them what they wish to become in future, what they wish to do. Then we direct them as to the courses to choose. So when such students come, we invite their parents, we sit them down, then we let them know that your child was given general arts, but your child says she has interest in science. Then we give some information, some consultation free of charge to the parents, the avenues, the opportunities that the course that the child has chosen. So if the parents agree, then the child will be taken there. But sometimes we get a parent still insisting that she wants the child because she has a business at Edum. She wants the child to be an accountant. So she has to do business to come and manage that one. So we are pleading with them. Let us support our kids to become what they want to become, not what we want them to become. So once we are able to sit them down, we can get to know that they want to be this. Then out of what they want to be this, we manage to get a course that they can pursue to become what they want to be.
Thank you so much. I'm optimistic that the message you passed would make a difference, and our mothers and fathers out there will pay attention to that. So currently, what are some of the things you are putting in place to build confidence in the girls and also improve on the academic performances?
Okay. Now when it comes to confidence, every Tuesday after school, they have a session with the senior house mistress. So they are being taught how to walk, how to speak in public. They are taking through all these things. Then when it comes to school gathering, we give them the platform to lead, to give announcement. That is why we have the students leadership over them. So the LSRC is on its own. They come out with their own program for the term, pick students to lead. Then we also run career guidance and seminars for them, whereby they are given opportunities to share ideas, come out with what they think is also in them that can help build the school. So they are given all these opportunities. Then when it comes to helping them to excel, now when you look at the system, free SHS, the government itself has introduced what we call as intervention. So over here, we start teaching from 7 a.m. and we close at 4 p.m. every day. So after that, they go for siesta. I think for girls' school, as we were here, everything is learning.
Yes.
So we are always creating avenues for them. The libraries are open, and the teachers are very approachable. Sometimes you go around during the weekend, then you see a teacher with about 5 weak students in a class, giving them free tuition, just to help them be a par with the other members in the class. So when it comes to the support that we are giving out, we are trying to mold them so that by the time they leave our four corners, they are not only going out with the 8 A's, they go out morally trained, because that is our motto. You need to arise and shine. If you are shining with only the results and morally you are weak, you can't fit into the society. So when we are giving them, or when we are training them, we are training them to fit into the society. So every Tuesday afternoon session, we call it meeting with the senior house mistress. They go through all these things, how to sit, how to walk, so that we shape them, so that when they go out, everywhere that they stand, people will know that this is a lady, because I've been telling them a lady is seen, not heard. And our motto is Nraba. So if you are a lady, you call yourself a Raba. Your actions to depict that you are a Raba. So we are modeling them along our Nraba way, alongside their academics.
Wow. Yes, and as a fellow, as an Nraba, I can attest to some of these things that Madam Philomina is sharing with us today. So what are some of the ways the world can join in this to improve confidence to build up the confidence in women that are in STEM and even in other professions, and also to improve on whatever they do? What are some of the ways the world could join in that? I know you already brought in parents, the roles that parents can play, but are there other bodies or individuals that could come in?
When it comes to the corporate bodies, sometimes the girls should be given the opportunity to also be in where the males are. You could realize in our society, I can myself use myself as an example. When I finished university, 2007, I was posted to Armed Forces to teach integrated science. I went there very young. The headmaster looked at me and said, "Hey, madam, for me, I'm looking for a male to come and handle science and not a female, because females were supposed to be in the languages." So I said, "Oh, sir, give me a try." He said, "No, whether you can perform or not, I want a male, because science is supposed to be taught by males." So the man denied me that opportunity, but I think he helped, because he opened a wider even opportunity for me after neglecting me. So sometimes in our world, a female may qualify for a job, a male qualifies. They go and they prefer to work, especially when it goes to the engineering field. They prefer to work with the males rather than, because they think when it comes to hardness, males are harder, but there are some females, although the body looks soft, deep within us, we are harder, we can handle the situation. But because the society still perceives that some jobs are supposed to be done by males, even if the female qualifies, they will prefer to give it to the males. So I will plead with the society, the corporate entities, that they should also give the chances to the females to be in their field, especially when it comes to the sciences, the engineering field, the computing field. The girl qualifies all right, the certificate is good, but you prefer picking the male because the perception is that this is supposed to be done by males. So if the society will break this barrier and look at it at once the person, the lady qualifies, she should be given the chance to explore. If you pick it and she's not working, then you can testify. But I bet you, if you pick them, you realize that they are gurus over there. So the society should give the chance to our females when it comes to picking people to work for them. And not that the ladies are supposed to be at the counter, be the secretary and the rest. We should push them to where their interest is and support them. And you realize that they will be able to contribute to the field. So that is my plea to the world.
Wow, thank you so much for sharing that. To round up this session, what would you like to tell your girls to keep them going? The struggle is real, the pressure is there. What would you like to share with them?
Okay, for my girls, I've been telling them, if you aim that the sky is your limit, the challenges may come, the force may come, but once you raise up your head and you realize that you have not reached the sky, that is where you said it is your limit. So if you are still on the ground and you haven't reached the sky, it means you haven't reached where you want to reach. So they should still push forward, be determined, and have confidence in themselves. Because when you lack confidence, that is where you become shaky along the way. But when you have confidence and you know that this is where I want to reach, this is where I want to go, the pressure may come, the temptations may come. Sometimes you feel like giving up. But once you have not reached the sky that you have set for yourself, never give up. Continue pushing until you get there.
Wow, thank you so much. This has been a wonderful session, and thank you once again for the warm welcome back to my home.
Yes.
And so I would like to use this opportunity to invite other Nrabes out there who can come back home to support our girls. And interacting with them was just beautiful. Yes. And many of them testify that they felt encouraged and motivated to keep on going with their dreams and aspirations. So please come back home if you can, and if you are an affiliate or an alumni of any institution, go back and support your people. Okay, so thank you once again, madam, and we do have something for you. On behalf of EKO Global Foundation, I would like to present to you this citation of honor in grateful recognition for your remarkable contribution to raising up hope for youth in Ghana. We celebrate the gift you are to this generation. Thank you so much, Madam Philomina.
Thank you too. Then I would also like to use this opportunity to thank you for even remembering your alma mater. There are a whole lot of them out there that they don't even remember that they attended this school. So please, let Emelia be an example to you. Follow suit. Come back home, and we are ready to support you. So our doors are always open to anybody, corporate institutions that want to come to motivate our students to reach the top. Thank you team for coming in. We are grateful.
To our viewers, I hope you enjoyed and learned a lot from this episode of Let's Talk. Until our next session, let's enjoy science together. I remain your host, Emelia. Thank you.